Ulstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
As we are inside the Shield Center for our pregame show here, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. Game number 2 for the Region 1A Girls Basketball Tournament. It's the 2 seed of the Kindred Vikings at 16-5 on the season. Head coach is Sam Brandt, winners of 6 straight, going up against the Lisbon Broncos. Head coach is Kara Tui, the number 7 seed, with a mark of 0 wins and 21 losses on the season. Win and you make the semifinals. Lose and your season comes to a close. We come back on our pregame show, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. Get you ready for the matchup. Take a look at our players to watch out for, series history, then and more still to come today from the Shield Center.
North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota. Hey Lisbon, it's time to rally behind our favorite team. The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters are sending all our best wishes to the Broncos as they hit the court and field this season. The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters are proud to support our teams and community. Let's show our Broncos that we're with them every step of the way. Go Broncos! Your dedication and spirit makes us all proud. From all of us at the Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters, we're cheering for you.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Are you looking for the perfect hardwood for your next winter project? Cywick Lumber and Hardware in Hillsboro has exciting news. Hardwood is now available in the Red River Valley only at Cywick. Whether you're a crafter, woodworker, or hobbyist, they have what you need to make your project. Choose from 3 convenient thicknesses and a beautiful variety of woods: red oak, cherry, white oak, hard maple, walnut, hickory, and poplar. Get started on your next masterpiece with the help of Cywick Lumber and Hardware, Hillsboro.
As we continue with more from the Shield Center here today on our Irie Insurance pregame show, let's take a look before at some of the players to watch out for. Let's take a look at some of the finals across the state of North Dakota. Region 2A girls basketball, Carrington with a 54-27 win over Harvey Wells County. 4 wins, Minnewacan survives Hillsboro Central Valley 50-47. So the Region 2A semis will feature Carrington and 4 wins, Minnewacan. Still to come later tonight, Thompson and Mayport CG, Devils Lake and Grafton. Up in Region 3A, South Prairie Max over Stanley. Botno gets by Dunseith, the 1-4 seed, and the 1-4 seed still alive in Region 4A as Hazen and Shiloh Christian both pick up wins respectively. Region 1B tournament at the Jamestown Civic Center. Edgeley Cullum Montpelier 14 points better than Maple River, and Linton HMB defeats Wymer Lidgewood 43-31 earlier today from the Region 1B girls basketball tournament. And Het Northwood moves on with a win over St. John in the Region 2B girls basketball tournament from Larimore. That's a look at your out-of-town scoreboard. When we come back, we'll dive into the matchup next between the Vikings and the Broncos.
Our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers. They are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Before the farming season moves forward, there's one important decision to make. Every year brings unknowns: weather, markets, yields. Multi-peril crop insurance helps protect the work you put in long before harvest. The MPCI crop insurance closing deadline is March 16th. At Irie Insurance, we've helped generations of farmers plan ahead with confidence. Let's make sure you're ready. Contact Irie Insurance for guidance you can trust.
Imagine your life in Hillsborough, a place where neighbors know your name and opportunities are real. Here, you'll find affordable home lots and grants to help you build your future. In Hillsborough, safety, affordability, and community aren't just promises, they're our way of life. With a 24-hour fitness center, a strong school system, a trusted hospital, and a thriving business district, Hillsborough has everything you need to live well. Here, your family is our family, and your future shines bright. Discover Hillsborough, where small-town living means big opportunities.
Jacobson Red Angus Annual Bull Sale, Thursday, March 19th at the ranch near Hitterdall, Minnesota. 60 of the region's highest quality Red Angus bulls, plus 12 elite hand-picked registered heifers. Request a catalog today. Same reliable program, new exciting genetics. March 19th, the Annual Bull Sale. Visit Facebook Jacobson Red Angus or call Gary Jacobson 701-361-3189. Jacobson Red Angus Annual Bull Sale. The sale will be live on TV auction. Thursday, March 19th, 1 p.m.
As we continue on our pregame show here, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance, as we take a look at some of the opponents here for the Kindred Vikings and the Lisbon Broncos in terms of their matchups this season. The Kindred Vikings swept the Lisbon Broncos 67-42 with a win in Lisbon back on January the 12th, and then defeated the Broncos 77-23 in their most recent matchup on February the 9th in Kindred. For the Vikings, the last 2 years, they've made it to a state qualifier, but came up short the last two seasons. Last year, finishing 19-6, losing to Carrington in a state qualifier. Well, for the Lisbon Broncos, 4 wins 2 years ago, 3 wins last year. They lost to Kindred in this very round in the Regional 1 girls basketball tournament last season here for Lisbon. Head coach is Kara Tui. They battled some injuries throughout the year as well. Some of the players that will make them go: Brindley Differding is a hard-charging guard at 9 points and 6 rebounds per contest. Cameron Hoff will try to get the things going in the scoring column at 4 points per game. And then also from there, Carly Mares can be a difference maker as well here for Lisbon. 2 seniors, Mara Kempel and Carly Mares here for the Lisbon Broncos. Well, for the Kindred Vikings, it's a 1-2 combination throughout the season, and the 1-2 combo is Trembeth and Nipstead. That's Liza and Sierra, as they have combined to score 45 points per game, 12 rebounds, 6 assists, and 10 steals between the two of them per game. Both have a single scoring record at 42 points in a game, and it both happened this year. So the question for teams is, can you stop both of them, or do you try to take out one and hope that the other doesn't get going? Obviously, those are 2 players to watch out for from the Kindred Vikings, just in terms of scoring and all around here for Sam Brandt. That does it for our pregame show, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service that you deserve at Irie Insurance. They cover it all, from home, auto, crop, commercial, and benefits insurance. Go to Irie INS, that's IrieINS.com. And the broadcast of this tournament game has been authorized by special arrangement with the Board of Directors of the North Dakota High School Activities Association. Back with our starting lineups next from the Shack.
Racing returns to the Norman County Raceway, Ada, Minnesota. Save the date for Tuesday, June 30th. World of Outlaws late models. Start to finish, Ada Building Center Showdown presented by R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. And a season schedule filled with the return of the Wayzata Modifieds, NLRA late models, IMCA Modifieds, Race Savers Sprints. It's Thursday night racing at NCR. For the full Norman County Raceway schedule, visit ncraceway.com.
Running a business is tough, but your accounting doesn't have to be. Let Olson Accounting check all the boxes. From taxes, payroll, business services, and professionalized financial guidance, all tailored to fit your requests. Whether you're a small business owner or just need help at tax time, trust Olson Accounting for professional, reliable service every time. Visit colsoncpa.com or call 701-683-2700. Olson Accounting of Lisbon.
It's now time to get you ready for our starting lineups, brought to you in part by American Crystal Sugar Company. Live the sweet life with great careers, quality products, grower owned. Go to crystalsugar.com. That again is crystalsugar.com. I'm Chase Miller. Reggie Funk helping us out here tonight for running the camera for all three games, as the starting lineups will go like this. For the Lisbon Broncos, clad in their red uniforms, the gold numerals and lettering here for Lisbon. A tip of the cap goes both to Jake Revere for Lisbon girls and alongside Rich Lucina for Lisbon boys. They had a whale of a state wrestling tournament here at the Fargadome on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, with the girls getting a handful of placers and Golding being a number one team in the number one in her individual weight class, while the boys swept the duels and the individual title. Ian Anderson alongside able to see with a couple of individual titles as well. For the Lisbon Broncos, they'll go like this. Cameron Hoff, a 5'9" junior. Mara Kempel, a 5'6" senior. Brindley Differding, a 5'4" junior, with Carly Mayers, a 5'8" senior. And Ava Adair, a 5'6" sophomore. Hoff, Kempel, Differding, Mayers, and Adair. Head coach is Kara Tui with a mark of 0-21. As we turn our attention now to the Vikings, clad in their white attire, the blue numerals and lettering outlined in black here with Kindred, a team for Justin Laneman's club that finished third at the state dual wrestling tournament here this year. And they're bringing pretty much everybody back here, so that Kindred wrestling program looking to be awfully good in their own right here next year. Liza Trembett, the 5'11" senior forward, with Sarah Nipstead, the 5'11" sophomore. You have Ivy Trembett, the younger sister of Liza, the 5'9" sophomore guard. From there, Kate Odegaard, a 5'7" sophomore forward, then Collins McQuillan, a 5'9" sophomore guard. Liza Trembeth, Nipstead, Ivy Trembeth, Odegaard, and McQuillan here. That is our starting lineups, brought to you in part by American Crystal Sugar Company. Our officials here tonight of Dave Klunt, John Christensen, and Dana Cutter as well. Again, go to crystalsugar.com. That's crystalsugar.com. As we get ready for the opening tip, we'll center it up here in the middle of the screen and get you set for another girls basketball win or go home contest with both the Kindred Vikings and the Lisbon Broncos. Then our last game of the night will feature the Wahpeton Huskies and Northern Cass, the Jaguars. As we get this one ready to tip and get underway, Kindred in their whites, Lisbon in their reds. Opening tap here at 6:09, and the Region 1A Girls Basketball Tournament quarterfinal game number 2 is underway here from the Shield Center. One thing about Lisbon, they might be undersized, but they are scrappy, and they get the opening tip. Can't get that shot to go there for Kempel. Rebound comes down to Liza Trembeth. Trembeth will see this one here, going hard to the paint, off the window, good for 2 with the left hand. Opening 2 points on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard goes to the Kindred Vikings. They will come out with a full court pressure defense as this one gets tipped, as Differding was trying to get it through the hands of Trembeth. And for head coach Sam Brandt, see more of a modified 1-3-1 or a diamond and 1 at particular times here. Whether it's the full court or the half-court pressure defense, and when you got a 5'11" Trembeth, the 5'11" Nipstead in their wingspan, they can cause some havoc here in the front court, as this one right on cue will be a turnover. Liza Trembeth gets the steal. Trembeth will see this one up the floor, stop, pop, and the right wing 3 will be off the iron. Good box out underneath here for Carly. Mears looks for an outlet on a teammate, finds one to Differding. Differding tiptoes the near sideline, able to make her way inside, and this one will be a turnover on the way for the Broncos. Kindred baseball pass up the floor. Nipstead to Trembeth to the left-hand scoop for 2. Liza Trembeth now with 4. Give a good pass there by Nipstead. Points off turnovers. And the Vikings up 4 early. as this goes out of bounds last touch here for Ivy Trembeth. Kindred Vikings 19 wins last season. 2 years ago, 17 wins here for Kindred. They've made it to the region third place game both seasons. Eventually won the third place game but fell in the state qualifier. Ball will be left in its side. Thought about a three. There was Mares. Gives it back up as they work it around. There's a turnover as Kate Odegaard gets it up the other side of the floor. Here goes Nipstead off the window for two. Sierra Nipstead in the scoring column, and it's quickly 6-love in favor of Kindred. Ava Adair crossed the timeline on the pass, left in its side to Mares as they slow it back up here to Differding. A 1-3-1 half-court trap now. Ball will go left in its side. There goes Mares to the short corner to Adair. Back left wing, Differding then gets tripped up, and this will be a turnover. Collins McQuillan might be the guilty party. She is. McQuillan with her first and the team's first. For the Lisbon Broncos, last 2 years have failed to get out of this round. They were the 7th seed last year, and they were the 7th seed 2 years ago, losing to Valley City in 2024, and last year losing to the Kindred Vikings in this very round. Lisbon, we'll see this with Differding. Differding's going to drive kick left in its side as the Broncos will make their way left in its side. Differding gets the ball back left short corner, up and off the iron. No, rebound going to be won by Lisbon here with Kemple. Back up top, Differding left of the key three-pointer, off the backboard, up and in. Well, Differding with the triple, and the Lisbon Broncos are on the board back within a possession here 2 minutes in on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Sharing their heritage and their future, go to dhb.bank. Right in its side as this one goes for a bounce pass on the interior. Ivy Trembeth throws it up and got it to go. So 3 different players have scored early for the Kindred Vikings. They lead it by 5. Broncos will see this one now to Differding. Differding's going to drive, good bounce pass left wing, extra pass on the way to Kemple. Kemple right short corner. We'll see this one. Differding lost it off her shin. It's still loose, and eventually the turnover comes as the Vikings with Nipstead will walk this one up the floor here for Sierra. Averaging 27 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists per contest for Nipstead. And Nipstead makes her way to the paint, off the window, no rebound, put back good for 2 as Kate Odegaard gets in the scoring column. Time on the floor for Coach Tui. We'll take a break as well. 5:06 here the first.
What was that? Is that top insurance?
No, I'm pretty sure it's Toop Insurance.
Maybe toupee.
Could be Toupee. Yeah, I don't know.
Or taupe insurance,
Nah,
maybe?
I don't think so.
Say it right. That's T-O-O-P. That's taupe.
Oh, it's Taupe.
That's Taupe Insurance in Castleton. Get in touch with Ryan today for a quote or review of your policies.
Timeout on the floor brought to you in part by Bank North. At Bank North, a hometown bank focused on relationships, local decisions, and community support. Find out more at banknorth.bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. 10-3 Kindred with the advantage over the Lisbon Broncos. As we're back to business here, the timeout by Coach Tui, her first. This one gets intercepted. Trembeth will quickly give it to Nipstead for 2. Trembeth with the assist and the steal. Nipstead now with 4. Differding weaving her way through a couple of white jerseys to the other side, gets fouled, and we'll get 2 free throws upcoming here for Differding. Kate Odegaard with the foul, her first, team's second. Differding, a 60% free throw shooter on the season. At the free throw line to shoot 2 here for the Lisbon Broncos. Differding makes the first. Differding now with 4 points as we'll get a substitution into the game. Broncos will make the sub here as Carly Mares quickly in after a quick little breather. After after Cameron Hoff will get subbed out for. So Differding now has 5. As the Broncos also with Hartle and Wiltsey into the game here for Lisbon. They switch it right wing to Odegaard. Here's a 3 by the Vikings. Shot no good. Box out on the inside. This one eventually goes out of bounds. Really good box out here by Mara Kemple. Able to just kind of textbook turn it right when she had a player on her hip. And able to kind of seal that side off. Differding can't get it. Turnover. McQuillan as she gets it to Nipstead. Nipstead now has 6. Give Collins McQuillan the steal and the assist. Broncos with Differding one more time. Differding. Baseball pass up the floor to Hartle. Hartle jumper inside the three-point line is long. Rebound is loose. Nipstead battling for it between 2 red jerseys, comes away with it. And the Vikings want to push the other side of the floor. Ivy Trembeth left-handed side. This one goes up and in for 2. No one was guarding Odegaard, and Odegaard with an easy layup. Differding, slip pass, turnover. Trembeth inside Nipstead, left-handed layup, good. Nipstead now with 8. Broncos with 7 turnovers here in the quarter as Lisbon looks for it. Mares able to get this one off to Differding. Differding right at the key. 25 seconds on the shot clock as the Broncos able to make their way to Wiltsey. I see Bryn Wiltsey played 9 games this season, battling through a little injury. Deep three-pointer by Differding tickles a twine. Differding with all 8 here for the Broncos. That one from the college range. Trembeth the other side, up and in for 2. Liza Trembeth has 6, and they're immediately going to the paint as they do again with Nipstead. Nipstead with 10 points. Gets the steal. Trembeth got a hand on it, saves it right to Nipstead. Nipstead up and in, got another one. Nipstead now with 12 on a timeout on the floor. That's how quickly the Vikings can trap and score. They lead it by 16.
Our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Are Peterson Farm seed reps real-life seed heroes? Well, they've been known to go the extra mile, literally thousands of extra miles every year. And when they're not driving gravel roads, they're out walking fields and sampling soil. When time is the enemy, they're there to save what's left of the day. Are all Peterson Farm seed reps seed heroes? I guess that's a yes. Peterson Farm Seed, we're that kind of seed company.
3:11 left to play here in the opening quarter. Time on the floor brought to you in part by Bank North. Visit banknorth.bank, member FDIC. They're proud to be local, supporting local teams and communities that they serve at Bank North. Broncos with Differding. We'll see this one here. Bounce pass right-handed side as they give it to Hartle. Hartle able to skip this one up top. That'll go to Mares. Back to left wing. Wiltsey lines up a 3. That'll go long. Rebound is loose on the interior, and eventually we'll get a tie-up, and the arrow will make its way towards the Kindred Vikings. Not a bad look, though. Good shot attempt there for Wiltsey and the Lisbon Broncos. You'll take that off the press and quickly go to the other side of the floor. Nipstead right now with 12 points early in this one. The story has been points off turnovers for the Vikings. 9 turnovers here for Lisbon that is pretty much directed into layups here for Kindred. Trembeth jumper from 18, nothing but twine. Liza Trembeth now with 8. Trembeth and Nipstead have combined for 20. Differding, we'll see this. There's going to be a near steal as they go the other side. As this one will be right in front of us here with Differding. With 2:29 to play here in the first quarter. And we'll handle this one with Wiltsey. Wiltsey with the pass, left-handed side. We'll give this one to Kemple. Double team comes. Differding sees it, able to skip this one, but a good hand by Peterson as Peterson gets the steal, but then gives it right back to the Broncos. Broncos on the interior, gets a foul, and Wiltsey will head to the stripe to shoot 2. Wiltsey played 9 games, an 86% free throw shooter. Awfully good volleyball player as well. As Emma Mathis picks up the foul, that'll be her first, the team's 3rd. Free throw attempt is going to go long on the way here for Bryn Wiltsey. As this Lisbon Bronco team, number 7 seed here in the tournament. The Kindred Vikings entering as the number 2. Second free throw attempt off the front iron. Rebound comes down to Liza Trembeth. That's her 2nd. As Liza looks up the floor. Oh, hesitation, move off the window, and there's a foul. So Trembeth will head to the free throw line to shoot 2. As Kemple picks up her first, team's first. Liza Trembeth, a 79% free throw shooter at the stripe. Kindred with their first free throw attempt of the night. Trembeth now with 9. Substitution of the game as Cameron Hoff will check in, as Mara Kemple will check out. Free throw attempt on the second one here for Liza is also good. So Liza's got 10. Kindred quickly up by 19 points in the first 6 minutes of this game. Differding with the pass, nearly tipped the other side, but instead Mares will take it to the right baseline. We'll see a jumper on the way here by Hoff. That'll go short. Rebound one to Nipstead. As Nipstead will walk it up the floor here for the Kindred Vikings, and we'll see what they can do offensively. Nipstead right wing will give the ball as our camera needs to move left. Shot will make its way. Left-handed side will be off the mark. Rebound comes down to Hoff. As the Lisbon Broncos with Differding throws this one up the floor. Good steal on the way here for Peterson. As now we'll work it the other side of the floor for the Kindred Vikings. Ball goes left wing as it makes its way to Trembeth. Here goes Liza. Liza takes a screen, hard drive to the paint, up and in for two, and this one will be an offensive foul. We're going to call this an offensive foul here on Liza Trembeth. That'll be her first, team's fourth, as the Broncos able to get some roots there in the paint. Pick up the offensive charge. Lisbon with Differding, step through right-handed side. We'll see this one to the baseline to Wiltsey. Pass on the interior, tip by Nipstead. Then eventually gets in the hands here of Starcevic. That's Cage, the freshman. As Nipstead, right-handed side, crossing over left to right to Trembeth. Trembeth with the basketball. Able to spin, jumper from 10, that's going to go long. A rebound is loose, eventually won by Kindred. Nipstead, second chance points, can't get it to go. It's not a bounce, and we'll see this one towards Lisbon. So substitutions around here. Ivy Trembeth will check back in. You got Peterson back in the game. Also, Collins McQuillan. I was able to take 3 different players out. 8 rostered on the season here for head coach Sam Brandt. Anytime you play in a tournament, too, especially this week, you might play 3 games in 4 or 4 games in 6 days. So how can you try to save the legs a little bit throughout the course of a week and maybe play some extra players? Others, you maybe try to widen the bench a little bit. Others, you minimize it, but maybe can give someone a 2-3 minute run here and there throughout a course of a game and maybe give another player a little bit of a breather. Those are always things to worry about, but the main thing today is to win, to keep your season alive. Liza Trembeth, turnaround jumper is up and got it to go. Liza Trembeth with 12 points here for the Vikings, and she gets the steal shot. No, rebound comes down here in the hand of the Broncos as Hartle will see this one. Hartle dribbles into a double team. Broncos with Differding. We'll see this. There's a foul. Blocking foul will be on Odegaard. That'll be her second. We'll see 2 free throws on the way as Differding will head to the free throw line to shoot 2. Brindley Differding with all the points here for the Lisbon Broncos. She's got 8 with 2 threes and 2 made free throws. Free throw attempts up and good. That breaks a 12-0 run here by the Kindred Vikings as Nipstead will check in, as Odegaard will check out. Free throw attempt here for Differding. She's got 10. Trembeth to Nipstead. Nipstead cross the timeline with 2. Nipstead behind the back tries to get the shot off, and it's a blocked shot by Differding, and that's how we'll end our first quarter play. It's the Kindred Vikings 30, Lisbon Broncos 10 here on your live event.
And on the road, Petro Stopping Center in Fargo has got your back with an impressive lineup of goodies, including Popeye's Chicken, Charlie's Cheesesteaks, Cinnabon, Papa John's, and a mouth-watering full-sized restaurant, the Dolly Down Grill. You'll be spoiled for choice. Whether you're a quick pit stopper or looking to settle in for a while, Petro Stopping Center's Fargo location has got you covered 24/7 every day of the week. Cruise on over to their spot just off 45th Street at I-94 and indulge in a feast fit for the road warrior in you.
Buying and selling heavy equipment at purplewave.com saves time and money. We handle all of the details, including pictures, videos, marketing, titles, and payments.
It was almost immediately over the top with the customer service. I've just never ever experienced that before with any other auction service. They're constantly working for me as the seller, and I really like that.
Purple Wave Auction is straight, simple, sold.
Broadcasting today from the broadcast booth, brought to you in part by Nodec Insurance, Mitch Minnendorf Agency. Solid protection with quality products and someone with answers. That's Mitch Minnendorf with Nodec Insurance Company. Call 347-4401. That's 347-4401 for Nodec Insurance, Mitch Minnendorf Agency, located in Castleton. Kindred up by 20 as we head to the second quarter. Differty with all 10 points for the Broncos with the basketball here as the Vikings continue with this half-court trap. Differty able to split to Vikings and finishes with the left hand. Brinley Differty, the junior, now with 12. Kindred led by the 12 of Liza Trembeth and the 12 of Sierra Nipstead. Three-pointer goes long. Rebound is loose, and Differty will come away with it. Differty leads a 2-on-1 the other side with Wiltsey. Differty right to the paint off the window. Look at Differty run the floor. 4 points quickly off the quarter break here for the Broncos. They're back within 16. Liza Trembeth to the right wing, takes a screen by McQuillan. Liza will launch the three. That'll go long. Rebound here, won by Cameron Hoff. Outlet the other side as they look the floor, as this one eventually goes to Kemple. Wiltsey left-handed side, now to Differing. Back up top to Cameron Hoff. There's a block shot by Liza Trembeth. Nipstead with the basketball now for the Vikings. Nipstead goes the other way. Paint opens up, left-handed layup for 2. Sierra Nipstead with 14 points to lead the floor here for the Vikings. That's where, if you take a look at the shot chart for Kindred, there would be a lot of circles inside the paint in terms of shot attempts, those that were made here for the Vikings. Differting, bounce pass up top. We'll see this one to Ava Dare, now to Wiltsey. Wiltsey gives it on the high post. Broncos will go to the left short corner. Lisbon will skip this one back to Adair, now to Differting. Differting with 10. Nipstead looking for the steal. Differting takes the screen, drive kick, left-handed side. Here goes Kemple. Kemple bounce pass to Differting. Differting with 2 seconds, gets the pass away, but it doesn't find a teammate's hand to try to get a shot off, so that'll be a shot clock violation. Mares will check in now for Lisbon. Kindred will also make a couple of substitutions as Starcevic will come into the game for Collins McQuillan. Also coming in will be Mathis, as she will check in for Peterson. Kindred Vikings averaging 67 points per contest offensively. The Broncos at 34 points per game. Nipstead looks for a teammate right-handed side. We'll see this one with Mathis. Back up top now to Liza Trembeth. Trembeth right of the key, crossing over right to left. Double team comes. Liza spins out of it. Jumper, no. Rebound here to the Broncos with Mara Kemple, her second. Kemple with a head of steam. Baseball pass up the floor. This one off of the shoulder of Adair. Goes right wing. There's a three. Yes! Carly Mares gets in the scoring column as Carly becomes the second Bronco to hit a three, and Lisbon back within 15. Nipstead right wing. We'll see this one. Three-pointer's going to go long after the attempt by Mathis. Loose ball underneath here for Starcevic. Now to Liza Trembeth. Second chance opportunity, no, but Starcevic gets another rebound, her second in the possession. Trembeth ankle cross to the paint. Double team comes. Trembeth turnaround shot is up and in. Trembeth now has 14, and the Vikings doubling up the Broncos here. Getting to the midway point of this second quarter on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Differting, couple of dribbles. Differting, right-handed side, we'll see this one. Bounce pass left wing to Mara Kemple. This one goes through the hands, and we'll see a turnover here for Lisbon. Lisbon Broncos 10 points in the first quarter. Kindred Vikings with 30 points in the first. Most points this season here for Kindred was 88 at Wahpeton back on February the 12th. Left-handed side, Mathis will see this one now to Ivy Trembeth. Ivy looks for a teammate, finds one to Liza. Liza, a couple of dribbles here at the high post, backing her defender down. Here's a step through by Liza, got it to go again. Liza Trembeth was 16 on the evening. Differting, taking a couple of dribbles here, able to do so. Steps it through, and there's going to be a tie-up. Good hand by Sierra Nipstead up top, as the arrow will make its way towards the Kindred Vikings. Lisbon will make a substitution as hitter. Alexis Hitter, the freshman, will check in for Bryn Wiltsey. As Kindred on the far side, we'll see this one now for Sierra Nipstead. Nipstead to the right wing. We'll handle this one now to Mathis. Mathis takes a couple of dribbles around the world to Trembeth. Liza left wing tees up a three. This one up and in. Liza Trembeth, 7 points in the quarter. She's starting to rack them up. She's got 19 in the game. Vikings up by 22. Differting with the pass, right-handed side. Trembeth trying to get the steal, as the Broncos will shovel this one right wing as they utilize it now with Differting. Differting to the baseline. Here's a jumper on the way. Three is up and in.
That's a three-point basket for the Broncos, number 25.
Ava Adair gets the triple from the right pocket, and the Broncos back within 19. Lisbon has hit 4 3-pointers here in the first half. Nipstead left inside. Ivy Trembeth answer. As Ivy Trembeth now with 5 give Nipstead the assist. Kindred Vikings up by 22 will make a handful of substitutions here on the next dead ball. Differding in the front court. We'll see this right-handed side up and over the pass to the aforementioned Adair, who just hit a 3-pointer on the previous possession. Wrap around. This goes left and inside a hitter. Hitter loses it. Now here's a 3-pointer by Lisbon off the side of the rim. No good. Board underneath here to the Vikings. Starcevic gets her 4th board here of the opening half. Nipstead front court. Little 1-4 set here for the Vikings. Nipstead to Trembeth. That's Ivy. Ivy jumper from 17 off the iron. No good. Rebound here underneath for Kindred. There's a foul. Good board on the inside for the Vikings as they will head to the free throw line. Starcevic with her 5th rebound here of the quarter. She leads the team in rebounds here for Kindred. We'll see 2 free throw attempts here for the freshman Kasia Starcevic. Right-handed toss here for Kasia is up and in. Substitution as Collins McQuillan, also with Peterson will check in, as Liza Trembeth will check out. Alongside with her will be Emma Mathis. Free throw attempt number 2 here for Starcevic is the shooter's roll, and she will check out. Broncos with Differding on the floor. Adair, you're also able to see Mara Kempel, Bryn Wiltsey, and inbounding the basketball here on the way is Carly Mares. Differding with 14 points here for the Broncos. Brings the ball in the front court. Left and inside to Kempel. Back to Differding. Differding left and inside. Couple of dribbles. Lost it. Nipstead gets the steal as Nipstead works the other side of the floor. Nipstead to the right wing. We'll see this one back to the right of the key. Ball gets skipped left-handed side now to Kate Odegaard. Odegaard with it, able to find it to Nipstead. Nipstead turns around, gives it to Trembeth. Back up top to Odegaard. Odegaard here will step through with the pass. This one goes to Peterson on this weave. Odegaard back to the baseline with 13 seconds on the shot clock. Nipstead rising and scoring. Sierra Nipstead, 5 points in the quarter. She's got 17 on the night. On the Vikings, lead it by 27. Differding up and over on the pass, right-hand side to Kempel. Kempel with it, bounce pass on the interior. Good seal here for the Broncos with Carly Mares on the right block, seal their defender, and they're able to finish on the interior here for Lisbon. Sierra Nipstead bringing the ball up the court. Just over a minute and a half to play here in the half. Left-handed side, McQuillan gives it back up top to Peterson. Peterson on the reversal. Near side now to Odegaard. Odegaard stepped through the paint off the window. No. Good look. Rebound comes down to Adair. As for the Lisbon Broncos right now, Differding will see this. Right-handed side. Lost it on the way up, and it'll be last touch here off Differding. Turnover here for Lisbon. Just the 4th turnover of the quarter for the Broncos after they had 13 in the first. Coming up at the half, brought to you in part by Cass County Mutual and Tope Insurance. We'll take a look at the first half numbers, recap games that happened earlier today across the state of North Dakota. That and more is still to come here on our Cass County Mutual and Tope Insurance halftime report. Peterson left wing, we'll see it to Odegaard. Odegaard back to Peterson here. Peterson to Odegaard on the interior. Wraparound pass goes in the hands of Collins McQuillan. Now to Nipstead, and we get a reach. Foul underneath will be the first on the Broncos here in the quarter. As we'll see this here with Differding, her first. As Kindred with a fresh 35 on the shot clock will inbound it with Sierra Nipstead. Nipstead with the pass to Kate Odegaard. Nipstead posting up on the inside from the right block. Spin, shoot, and score. Nipstead now with 19 in the contest. Tied with Liza Trembeth in that category as they've combined for 38 for the pair. Right wing, ball gets tipped. Ava Adair will see this as it gets tipped out of bounds, and it will stay with the Lisbon Broncos. Region 1A girls basketball tournament here today. Got one more game to come with Northern Cass Wahpeton. 2 games tomorrow starting at 6, and 2 games on Thursday starting at 6 o'clock as well, with the 3rd place in the championship to follow. This one gets thrown off a shin. Turnover. Nipstead able to spin. Goes the other side of the floor. Sierra hard drive off the window, up and in for 2. Nipstead with 21. Differding will go the other side. Couple of dribbles here for Differding with 6. Differding, runner inside the paint, no. Rebound is loose. Eventually going to be won here by the Broncos, but we'll head to the half. At the half here, it's the Lisbon Broncos 22, the Kindred Vikings 51. Coming up as our halftime show, brought to you in part by Cass County Mutual and Tope Insurance.
Looking for the perfect hardwood for your next winter project? Cywick Lumber and Hardware in Hillsboro has exciting news. Hardwood is now available in the Red River Valley only at Cywick. Whether you're a crafter, woodworker, or hobbyist, they have what you need to make your project. Choose from 3 convenient thicknesses and a beautiful variety of woods: red oak, cherry, white oak, hard maple, walnut, hickory, and poplar. Get started on your next masterpiece with the help of Cywick Lumber and Hardware, Hillsboro.
Stop on out to Watts Ace Hardware in Castleton and gear up with name brands from Steel, Milwaukee, Ego, and Craftsman Power Tools. Watts Ace Hardware has a key cutting section, and check out their different paint mixing options from Benjamin Moore, Clark and Kensington, and Royal. From their grills to Traeger, Blackstone, Weber, and the Big Green Egg to the Customer Laser Engraving Center, Watts Ace Hardware is a place you need to check out. Stop in at 1610 Governor's Drive in Castleton for Watts Ace Hardware.
Before the farming season moves forward, there's one important decision to make. Every year brings unknowns: weather, markets, yields. Multi-peril crop insurance helps protect the work you put in long before harvest. The MPCI crop insurance closing deadline is March 16th. At IRE Insurance, we've helped generations of farmers plan ahead with confidence. Let's make sure you're ready. Contact IRE Insurance for guidance you can trust.
High school basketball here today on YourLiveEvent.com. It's the Kindred Vikings 51, the Lisbon Broncos 22, as the Central Cass Spirit Squad is performing on the floor here for our halftime show. Chase Miller, Reggie Funk with you from the Shield Center. Taking a look at the first half numbers, Kindred with 30 points in the first quarter, while the Vikings had 21 in the second. Lisbon 10 points in the first quarter and 12 points in quarter number 2. And this is our halftime show, brought to you in part by Cass County Mutual, providing insurance products all of southeastern North Dakota. Local company providing local service to all their policyholders. Visit CassCountyMutual.com. Vikings 4 for 4 from the free throw line. They've had 5 players in the scoring column, and they've hit 3 threes here tonight for Kindred with 1 turnover. Lisbon Broncos with 4 3-pointers. They're 4 of 4 from the free throw line. 3 players have scored, and they have 18 first-half turnovers. Individually, Sierra Nipston with 21 points, 2 rebounds. Liza Trembeth with 19 points and 2 boards. You have 5 points for Ivy Trembeth, 4 on the way for Odegaard, 2 points for Kasia Starcevic, and 5 rebounds. Lisbon Broncos led by the 14 of Brinley Differding. She had all 10 in the first quarter for the Broncos, 2 threes and 4 of 4 from the free throw line. 15 make that 5 points for Carly Mayers with a made 3 in the second quarter, and Ava Adair with 3 points as well in the second quarter here for the Lisbon Broncos. Winner of this game has a date with the winner of our next contest with the Wahpeton Huskies and Northern Cass tomorrow night, roughly at 7:30. Loser sees their season come to a close. Earlier tonight, Central Cass gets by Oak Grove 59-47. Haug with 21 points, and Keelan Flanagan had 17 off the bench to lead the floor for the Central Cass Squirrels. Again, this is our halftime show, brought to you in part by Cass County Mutual and Tope Insurance. Kindred up by 29, back with more and a region look-around scoreboard when we come back.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
What's going on today?
I've got a planter in the shop, and I had the guys from Agassi Precision Ag come over and do an inspection.
You upgrading systems, or are you working on maintenance?
Both, actually. We walked some fields last summer and found areas where we can improve, so we are installing Delta Force and some new opening discs.
Yeah, I bet we're in the same boat. I should give them a call.
Yep, they will come out and look over the planter with you and put a plan together. They are the guys I go to for answers.
Agassi Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
At Cass County Mutual Insurance Company, they provide services to homeowners, farm owners, tenants, seasonal dwellings, mobile homes, and farm and personal liability. Cass County Mutual Insurance provides local service to all policyholders and is working with clients in 19 counties in the southeast portion of North Dakota. For more information about Cass County Mutual Insurance Company or to find an agent closest to you, go online to CassCountyMutualInsuranceCompany.com and use their agent locator.
As we come back here at the half, brought to you in part by Cass County Mutual and Chope Insurance, 51-22. The Kindred Vikings with the advantage here. Taking a look at your out-of-town scoreboard tonight in Region 2A. Carrington with a 54-27 lead over 54-27 win over Harvey Wells County. 4 wins Minnewacan over Hillsborough Central Valley, 50-47 in 2A. 3A, South Prairie Max and Botno will match up in the semifinals. And then in Region 4A, Hazen will go up against Shiloh Christian. Watford City picks up a win over Beulah. They'll play the winner of Dickinson Trendy and Killdeer. In the Region 1B tournament out at the Jamestown Civic Center, Edgeley-Cullum Hillier over Maple River by 14, and Linton HMB defeats Wymer Lidgewood 43-31. Region 2B up at Larimore, Pat Northwood and Langdon Area Munich will match up in the Region 2B semifinals coming up tomorrow night. That's a look at your region out-of-town scoreboard here on yourliveevent.com. Again, this is our halftime show brought to you in part by Tope Insurance. Get in touch with Ryan at Tope Insurance today in Castleton for a quote or review of your policies. Give Tope Insurance a call at 701-347-4045. That's 701-347-4045. The Kindred Vikings led by the 21 of Nipstead, 19 of Trembeth. Lisbon led by the 14 points of Brindley Differdine. We're back with the second half from the Shack when we return.
Red River Valley winters are demanding. The expert heating and plumbing technicians at Bears Home Solutions will keep your home warm, dry, and comfortable all winter long. When winter's chill is in the air,
you need a bear in there.
Check out bearshomesolutions.com.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
Our Peterson Farm seed reps, real-life seed heroes, well, they've been known to go the extra mile, literally thousands of extra miles every year. And when they're not driving gravel roads, they're out walking fields and sampling soil. When time is the enemy, they're there to save what's left of the day. Are all Peterson Farm seed reps seed heroes? I guess that's a yes. Peterson Farm Seed, we're that kind of seed company.
New Solid Tech R floors deliver sustainable high performance from bottle to floor. They're PVC-free and made with natural stone and recycled single-use plastic for scratch-proof, flood-proof protection that stands up to all that your life demands. Because sustainability, beauty, and performance are at the heart of Solid Tech R floors.
Available at Carpet World, 17th Avenue South, online at carpetworldfargo.com.
High school basketball here today from the Shack in the north side of Fargo. Chase Miller alongside Reggie Funk with you here tonight on YourLiveEvent.com as the Kindred Vikings trying to see if they can hold off the Lisbon Broncos here in the second half and move to the semifinals for a third consecutive season here in the Region 1A Girls Basketball Tournament. Off your Lisbon right now, what can you get going offensively? Different, we'll see this one up and over on the pass. It's a turnover, and that's how we'll start this second half of play. Earlier today, if you just joined us, Central Cass able to defeat the Oak Grove Grovers 59-47. Castleton got up by double digits. Grovers got it back to single digits. Then as Central Cass put the game away midway through the fourth quarter to move on here with a date with Valley City tomorrow in the semifinals. Trembeth will see this driving kick, right-handed side with it. Now is going to make its way around to McQuillan, left of the key. McQuillan rise, three-pointer is going to go long, and this goes on a bounce, and it will be Bronco basketball. For these tournament athletes and teams, play at the Shack. Then from here, you'll either play at Mayville State if you play in a qualifier on Saturday, or you'll make your way to the Jamestown Civic Center for the state tournament coming up here. That'll be on next week, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from the Civic. So those are the venues. If you can skip Mayville State, you'll take it because that means you'll win the region. Shot will be partially deflected. Ivy Trembeth able to get the block. They go the other side. But if you do play in a state qualifier, your season's not done. Benson County won the B last year playing in a state qualifier, and Thompson made it to the state championship game playing a state qualifier last year in the A. Three-pointer is going to go long. Rebound comes down as Differdine will take it. That's her third board of the contest. Differdine will see this one up the near side as they try to make their way here to Mara Kemple. Kemple. Bounce pass to a left wing as they give it to a left wing three for Mayers. Swirling on in. Carly Mayers now has 8. That's her second made three. And Mayers puts the Broncos on the board here in this third quarter. All for the State B tournament. Be at the Myatt State Dome first weekend of March for girls hoops. Trembeth will launch a three as they go underneath the screen. Shot no. Rebound by McQuillan on the inside. Good block to block pass for 2 to Kate Odegaard. Collins McQuillan gets the assist and the rebound. Odegaard with a three-point chance. Foul on Differdine. That'll be her second. Well, for the Region 1A boys basketball tournament, make its way to the Shack here in a couple of weeks. And for them, it's the Shack for the qualifiers, then the Fargo Dome for the state tournament. So everything in Fargo, three-point opportunity will be off the mark. Rebound comes down to Emma. So Mathis gets the ball. Ball will come up near side to Differdine. Differdine will see it here. Couple of dribbles. Double team left-handed side to Wiltsey. Wiltsey back to Differdine here at the left wing. Differdine at the free throw line. Drive kick, right wing as they make their way to Hartle. Kindred again looking to trap in the half court when they can. This ball will be thrown off the shoe of Trembeth here as you see it with Mara Kemple on the far side. Lisbon Broncos 10 points in the first quarter, 12 in the second. Vikings put up 30 in the first 8 minutes, 21 points in the second quarter. Wiltsey gonna make her way right wing. Adair with the skip pass to Differdine. Differdine launches a three off the side of the rim. Might have been blocked by McQuillan as well. Good board though here for Wiltsey. Wiltsey to Adair back up top. Jumper from 17 is short. It's loose and McQuillan tries to come away with it. She's got 3 jerseys around her. The arrow a favor towards the Kindred Vikings. So Collins McQuillan able to get the loose ball on the rebound. Gets tied up with and favors the arrow to the Vikings. It's Kindred looking for win number 17 of the year. Both teams have played 21 games on the season. Liza will see this one slip out now to Ivy. Back left wing. Here's a jumper off the side of the rim. No good by Odegaard. Ball's loose underneath, and eventually Liza Trembeth will see this one as she steps through inside the paint with the left hand up and in for 2. Liza Trembeth now ties her teammate Sierra Nipstead with 21 points to lead the floor. 3 minutes have gone by on the third quarter on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Adair left wing back around the world as they give it to Wiltsey. Wiltsey at the free throw line back to Differting. Shot fake, cuts inside the paint off the backboard, no. It's a loose ball and Liza Trembeth gets the rebound, her third. Trembeth in the front court now for the Vikings. Right wing, Ivy posting up. Liza uses up that dribble, finds it now to Ivy. Ivy's going to attack. They give it to the right-hand side. Jumper from the baseline goes long off the hand of Nipstead, and eventually the Lisbon Broncos here with Kemple gets the rebound. Kemple the other side of the floor off the iron, no. Rebound is loose. Kemple will come away with it as the pass gets intercepted by Liza Trembeth up the floor to Nipstead, who saves it before it goes on a bounce, and Sierra able to have 23 points. Timeout on the floor. Will break as well. 4:10 left to play here in the third.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions today and beyond with the Drain Tile Project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Hunter Insurance Agency is a locally owned full-service agency providing protection and coverage in a number of different areas. Hunter Insurance Agency offers multi-peril crop insurance, crop hail insurance, and farm insurance for buildings and equipment. Plus, they offer home, auto, life, and business insurance. For more information, go online to hunterinsuranceagency.com or stop in and speak with Johnny Jorgensen at Hunter Insurance Agency. Find them at 201 Main Street, Hunter.
Time out on the floor, brought to you in part by Bank North. At Bank North, it should feel personal when you bank, and it does. They're proud to be local, supporting local teams and communities they serve. Visit banknorth.bank to learn more. Bank North, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Last year in the quarterfinals, it was Wahpeton over Oak Grove, the 5 over the 4. The 2-seed Kindred top Lisbon, and the 6-seed Northern Cass over the 3-seed Central Cass. So far, it's been chalk. The 4 of Central Cass, 1 over the 5 of Oak Grove, and the 2 leads right now over the 7. There's a three-pointer on the way for Carly Mayers. Mayers has all 6 points here in the half for the Lisbon Broncos. She's also hit 3 threes in the game. She's got 11 points, and Mayers and Differting, but a nice 1-2 combination here for Lisbon tonight. Trembeth takes the screen. Liza bounce pass, still left wing. Couple of dribbles on the way for Mathis. High off the window, no. Rebound comes down to Bryn Wiltsey. Wiltsey will utilize it here for the Lisbon Broncos as she looks up the floor. Crossing over left to right, double team comes. They give it up top, able to reverse it to Differting. Differting, hard drive to the paint. There's a foul, as this will be underneath. Foul will be assessed on Kindred. That will be on Starcevic, her first, team's third. Kindred 6 points here in the quarter. Also for the Lisbon Broncos, they have 6 points here in the third. Wiltsey inside will leave it right wing. Jumper on the way, got it to go deep two as Mayers hits another one. So Mayers with all 8 points here for the Broncos in quarter number 3. Liza Trembeth, drive kick left and inside to Starcevic. As this one will be a floater on the way up long by Peterson. It's a loose ball, and the arrow will favor the Lisbon Broncos. As Lisbon will make a substitution here, as they do. 2 seniors with Mayers and Kemple here for the Broncos. Just 1 senior for the Kindred Vikings and Liza Trembeth this season. Lisbon with Differting. Takes the dribble. Here comes the double. Set near side as they give it. Mark Kemple. Wiltsey on the interior. Little double comes Wiltsey back to Kemple. Kemple looking for Mayers here at the right wing as they go onside. Hard dribble by Differting. Shot no. Rebound is loose, and eventually the Broncos will have it with Wiltsey. Back to Differting. Differting step through one more time. Off the backboard. Can't get it. Mathis will get the loose ball. Her second rebound. And Nipstead will walk the ball up the floor here for the Kindred Vikings. Kindred drive kick left and inside to Mathis. Back to Nipstead here. Nipstead will launch a left wing 3. That'll go long. Rebound is loose, and he will be in the hands. Last touch here by Kindred. Can't fault the hustle. Starcevic just kind of ran out of real estate, and the ball will make its way towards Lisbon. Well, here in the third quarter, 2 points for Eliza Trembett, 2 points for Sierra Nipstead, and 2 for Kate Odegaard. For the Lisbon Broncos, all 8 by Carly Mayers. Trying to see if she can pull what her teammate did in Differding when she scored all 10 for the Broncos in the first quarter. Differding, here comes the double. Bounce pass, right-handed side. We'll see this tomorrow. Kemple, wraparound pass. Mayers to the baseline, Wiltsey. Wiltsey gets walled off. Back to Carly. Mayers will see it at the left wing. Back to Kemple. Able to reverse it. Differding launching three-pointer long. Rebound, Wiltsey. Putback gets fouled. Wiltsey to the free throw line. Her 4th rebound of the half. As Madeline Peterson will pick up the foul, her first. 2 free throw attempts here for Bryn Wiltsey, and the first toss is good. Wiltsey gets in the scoring column. Broncos have shot 5 free throws. They made all of them so far, looking to go 6 for 6 now with Wiltsey. That one will be off the mark, no good. Rebound, Mayers put back short. Liza Trembeth gets the loose ball. Trembeth, the other side of the floor, going one-on-one. Trembeth right to the rim, off the window, no. Rebound comes down to Wiltsey. Bryn Wiltsey just been a little bit everywhere here in the second half for the Lisbon Broncos. Wiltsey up and over on the pass, left-handed side, Mayers. Mayers back near side as they're able to work this one to Differding to the baseline. Now good hand defensively by Mathis, jumping the passing lane. And a couple substitutions as the Broncos with Hoff will check in. Kindred with Ivy Trembeth, Collins McQuillan able to return, and also from there able to see Kate Odegaard. The Broncos 2 years ago lost to Valley City in the quarterfinals. Kyra Heckrell was an all-region selection. Last year for Lisbon, they lost to these very Kindred Vikings 59-16 in the quarters. There's a hand, it's loose, it's on the deck. Eventually we get the tie up and the arrow goes towards the Kindred Vikings. Well, for Kindred 2 years ago, they earned a bye to the semis as the 1 seed, defeating Northern Cass in the semis, then losing to Northern Cass in the semis and beating Wahpeton for 3rd place. Peyton Getty, Liza Trembeth, Layla Eisenshake, and Kennedy Baco were all region selections 2 years ago for Kindred. Last year, Sam Brandt, Coach of the Year, all region of Nipstead, Liza Trembeth, and Kennedy Baco, yet again last season for the Kindred Vikings. As Brinley Differding picks up a foul, her 3rd, team 2nd. Will line them up here for Eliza Trembeth with 21 points on the evening. Vikings with 3 state titles in program history in 2017, 19, and most recently up at the Betty in Grand Forks in 2022 as Trembeth able to see that first one go down. She's got 22 on the night. Free throw attempt number 2 here for Eliza is also good. Now Maker with a Michael Jordan 23. If you're a NASCAR fan, and Michael Jordan's 23-11 team doing pretty well, particularly Tyler Reddick winning Daytona and Atlanta. Good day to be in the Michael Jordan Racing Industries as they go left-handed side. Jumper on the way. Deep 2-pointer by Lisbon was halfway down. Rebound here to Kindred. Vikings with Odegaard will handle this as they give it to Liza Trembeth. Kindred can hold the final shot of the quarter if they want. Trembeth trying to tiptoe her way inside the paint, able to do so. She's got 6 points in the quarter, 25 on the night, and Kindred leads it by 30. Differding takes a couple of dribbles, wrap pass, jumper, gonna go short. Rebound, right-handed side, makes its way to Mayers on the interior. Shot is up and in. Kemple able to get that one to go. Trembeth, half-court heave off the iron, and that's how we'll end our 3rd quarter play. Kindred Vikings 61, Lisbon Broncos 33 as we head to the 4th.
Hillsborough encourages customers to use electricity wisely through its Bright Energy Solutions rebate program. These rebates help customers save energy and money, improve their comfort, and protect the environment. You can get rebates on Energy Star appliances and lighting, as well as high-efficiency heat pumps and air conditioners. They even have rebates for home electric vehicle chargers. Business customers can receive rebates too. Call the City of Hillsborough for more information or visit brightenergysolutions.com. In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
As we continue here on YourLiveEvent.com, broadcasting from the Nodak Insurance Mitch Middendorf Agency broadcast booth. Get in touch with Mitch in Castleton at 7013. Get in touch with Mitch at 701-347-4401. That's 347-4401. Broadcasting from the Nodak Insurance Company broadcast booth with Mitch Middendorf Agency as the Broncos turn the ball over. That'll be their 21st of the contest. Kindred with one turnover. That was in the first quarter. And if the Vikings put 2 points up on the board in this possession, we'll have the mercy rule and the running clock here. If you get up to 30 or more going in the fourth quarter, as Kindred looking for a teammate on the cut to Ivy Trembeth. Not Eliza Trembeth, rising three-pointer. That'll go off the iron. No rebound. Put back high off the window. Can't get it for Odegaard. It's still loose. Ball will bounce and it'll make its way towards the Lisbon Broncos. So Lisbon survives that, as they are led by the two players in double digits, with Brindley Differty with 14 points and Carly Maris has 13 on the night here for the Broncos. Team, if there's one thing you can say about Coach Tui's team, they're not overly tall in terms of 5'10", 6-footers, but they're going to scrap, they're going to hustle, they're going to leave everything on the floor here throughout the course of a ball game. Seen the Broncos a couple of times this season and not at 100% of health either throughout the course of the year, with some players getting some different injuries. As Adair shot off the mark, no. Rebound comes down to Collins McQuillan. It's still loose, out of bounds, and we'll see this here with Kennedy Hartle getting in the game, getting a second chance here for Lisbon. Well, for Kindred, give them credit. For Sam Brandt's team, they came out, turned the Broncos over, got it into points immediately, led by 20 after one quarter of play. There's a three-point play upcoming. Liza Trembeth commits the foul. That'll be her second, team's first of the fourth, and free throws on the way here for the Lisbon Broncos with Carly Maris. And as we alluded to, give credit to Sam Brandt's team for the simple fact of sometimes you come in as the higher seed in the tournament, you might think, hey, we took care of business against them twice. Maybe we can just, tap the ball, go our normal way, and boom, we're going to be back up with a win. That doesn't always be the case in late February into March at this time of the year. Case in point, last season as a 6 seed, Northern Cass nearly won the region tournament. Free throw attempts will be short on all three. Rebound put back off the window, can't get it to go. Another chance here for Mara Kempel, as this is going to be thrown, as we'll see Differding able to nearly come into the camera angle here after a couple of rebounds there for Kempel. 61-33 as the Kindred Vikings up by 28 points, 6:35 to play here in the fourth quarter, as Sierra Nipstead with the ball in the front court takes the rub screen here from McQuillan. Now a pick and pop to Collins on the little flare. This one goes long. Rebound on the inside, going to be won by Ivy Trembeth. Now back to Liza. Liza Trembeth, ball gets tapped out of bounds, and it will remain Viking basketball. Contest got underway at 6:09 tonight, so just a little over 50 minutes old here in this one. A game that has a good flow to it, good rhythm to it throughout the start. What you kind of expect now that you're this late in the season, tournament time. Shot by Trembeth, got it to go. Liza Trembeth now with 27 points. Differding up the floor, lost it. Nipstead gets the steal. Nipstead looking to go coast to coast. Right-handed layup for two does. Nipstead now with 25. Broncos with Differding up the near sideline. McQuillan able to get the steal. Collins will see this one to Nipstead one more time, and Nipstead able to finish it. She's got 27. And there it is with a couple of steals and scores. It's pretty much our stat of the game here. Points off turnovers. And now we will have a running time throughout the duration here of this game, with it being north of 30. Trembeth gets the steal. Liza goes the other side, right-handed scoop for two. As Liza Trembeth sees this, and we get a timeout for Coach Tui. We'll break as well. 5:23 to play in the fourth.
Hey Lisbon, it's time to rally behind our favorite team. The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters are sending all our best wishes to the Broncos as they hit the court and field this season. The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters are proud to support our teams and community. Let's show our Broncos that we're with them every step of the way. Go Broncos! Your dedication and spirit makes us all proud. From all of us at the Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters, we're cheering for you.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and RJBroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and RJBroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Time on the floor brought to you in part by Bank North. A little more history. The Kindred Vikings Miss Basketball Abby Dukeshire back in 2022. Crazy to think she's wrapping up her college career for softball at Alabama. She mentioned that she's going to be going to UND coming up next winter, so have a chance to see the Kindred Viking product in person in Grand Forks and Fargo for at least one game next year, playing for the Fighting Hawks for Abby Dukeshire. Taryn Johnson over at Minnesota State University. As this one goes short, rebound comes down to Collins McQuillan. Vikings awfully good. Central Cass awfully good to kind of wrap up the old Class B Region 1, where those two just every year went back and forth, as this one will be a 10-second violation and a turnover here on the Vikings. That's their second turnover of the game, as Sierra just walked the ball up the floor and they got a 10 count, so that will count as a turnover here. While you look at it for the Lisbon Broncos, a club from last winning season in terms of a over 500 record not too far ago, back in 2020 and 21 season, where they went 13 and 18 here for Lisbon. As we'll see this one up top. Three-pointers up off the side of the rim, no good. Rebound will go out of bounds, and it will be Kindred basketball. Broncos lost to Weimar-Lidgewood in the region quarterfinals that year, and then a year later in the 2021-22 season lost to Maple River in a Region 1 playing game in overtime. They finished 9-12. Nipstead will see the flare screen out right wing to Peterson. Three-pointer is short. It's loose underneath, and eventually Lisbon Broncos will come away with it here as they see Madison Hoff. Nipstead gets the steal. As she does, we'll see this in a foul. Starcevic to the free throw line to shoot two. As the Vikings with this win will make it 3 consecutive seasons since the inception of the 3-division system in which that they will play in the semifinals. Question is, can they get over the semifinal hump and try to play for a region championship, as Starcevic misses the free throw attempt. Their opponent will either be Northern Cass or Wahpeton. That game coming up a little bit later on tonight. Free throw attempt number 2 is good for Starcevic. She's got 3. Most points given up this season, 84 here for the Lisbon Broncos. That was to Valley City back on January the 29th, as there's a turnover, as Nipstead will bring this one up the floor here for Kindred, averaging just under 68 points per game offensively. Nipstead, Payne opens up, throws it up, and got it to go. Sarah Nipstead now with 29 to match Trembeth here, as they've combined for 48. Weltsy, skip left wing. This one goes to Madison Hoff on the interior, and there's a foul. Madison Peterson picks up a foul, her second, team second. Nice game for Kane Odegaard tonight, 6 points, 3 rebounds. Collins McQuillan's got 4 rebounds. Kinja Starcevic with 3 points and 5 boards, and that's what you need for Kindred. You can let your 2 players kind of be the marquee, if you will. When one of them's maybe either foul trouble or just not shooting the ball right, as this shot gets blocked after the second attempt by Hoff. Can someone else be the consistent scorer here if, for example, Liza or Nipstead doesn't go off for 35 or 40 in a contest? Kind of is the question this season for Kindred. That's a nice cut to the paint, shot off the mark by Peterson. Rebound here to the Lisbon Broncos as they see it with Hitter. Now for Lisbon, 2 seniors on this roster this season playing in their final game for the Broncos in terms of girls basketball. As Wiltsey goes after this one, tie up in the arrow will go towards Kindred. Mara Kempel playing in her final game, and Carly Mares as well, playing the final game here for head coach Kara Tui's club. And I know the record's not going to look like it in the history books, but this is a team that was consistently fighting throughout the season. They were a little undersized, at times undermanned here for this Bronco team with those injuries throughout the course of the year, but never given up here for Lisbon throughout the season. Jumper is up and in as you got Mathis able to get a field goal, getting the scoring column here for the Vikings. Ball will be left in inside. Wiltsey, 3-pointer short. Rebound is going to be one here for Starcevic, her 6th. Kindred, either play Wahpeton or Northern Cass upcoming here tomorrow evening. Lisbon, a squad that averages 34 points per game, right at that season average here tonight. Backdoor cut, and we'll get a traveling violation. Turnover here on the Kindred Vikings. Substitution here for Mara Kempo. We'll check in one more time, and Carly Mayers one more time. And for Coach Karatui, an opportunity to just kind of recognize them both for another possession or two here for Lisbon. Differing up the floor to Welty. Welty with it, looking for the skip pass. It gets deflected in the hands of Odegaard. Odegaard will utilize it now, but there's going to be a steal as you'll handle it with Carly Mayers. This one goes to Kempel. Back to Mayers. She'll line up a college range three. That'll go long. Rebound here to Liza Trembeth, her fifth. Liza sees this one in the front court. Takes a couple of dribbles. As Liza Trembeth will launch a left wing three. That's going to go long. Rebound loose. Eventually one here to Kindred with Starcevic. Right inside for the Vikings with Kate Odegaard. Odegaard takes the screen here as Kindred will move into the semis tomorrow night, roughly at around 7:30. As Peterson will see this on the drive, and there's a foul on the way. Foul will be on Kempel. The second on the way here in the quarter. As for Kindred with Trembeth, able to inbound this one as they work on the inside. Kate Odegaard with the skip left-handed side as they give it now to Starcevic. And that'll do it here tonight on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Kindred 74, Lisbon 33. Post-game show is coming up next.
Looking for the perfect hardwood for your next winter project? Cywick Lumber and Hardware in Hillsboro has exciting news. Hardwood is now available in the Red River Valley only at Cywick. Whether you're a crafter, woodworker, or hobbyist, they have what you need to make your project. Choose from 3 convenient thicknesses and a beautiful variety of woods: red oak, cherry, white oak, hard maple, walnut, hickory, and poplar. Get started on your next masterpiece with the help of Cywick Lumber and Hardware, Hillsboro. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
As we come back here inside the Shack, the Kindred Vikings for the third straight year are moving on to the region semifinals. Joined us here courtside, Sierra Nipstead, able to finish with 29 points on the evening, had 12 in the first quarter of play. Sierra, you turned Lisbon over 13 times in the first quarter, and you got a lot of points off turnovers. What was working for you, putting 30 points up in the first 8 minutes?
Well, I think our defense turned into offense. We got a bunch of steals at the beginning, which led to a wide-open layup, so that also helped to start us off hot.
What does it mean for this team, third straight year, to get to the region semifinals here in this tournament?
It means a lot. We only have 8 players, but we play all 8, and we're all close together, so that helps a lot. Like, all of them are my friends, so yeah, we're just going to move on to the next.
You know, you got Starcevic with 7 rebounds. McQuillan got 4 boards. Kate Odegaard, a nice night with 6 points, a handful of rebounds. Just talk about what they can kind of provide to the team as well. Maybe if it's not scoring, they can do other things, obviously.
Yeah, everyone has their own impact. They know it. And whenever everyone can score, it turns out pretty good for us. So we just try to look for the open pass, and if they shoot it, they shoot it.
There's obviously been a 1-2 combination with you and Liza at any given night. You both have set the record in terms of scoring at 42. What's it like having another player in the backcourt that can put it up for 10, 12 points in a quarter like you can?
It's amazing. I love having her on the court with me, and she's a senior, so she leads the team really well, which also helps. So, yeah, just some more confidence.
Hey, congratulations on the win, Sierra. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Thank you.
Sierra Nipstead here for the Kindred Vikings. We'll take a break and come back here from the Shack.
Before the farming season moves forward, there's one important decision to make. Every year brings unknowns: weather, markets, yields. Multi-peril crop insurance helps protect the work you put in long before harvest. The MPCI crop insurance closing deadline is March 16th. At IRE Insurance, we've helped generations of farmers plan ahead with confidence. Let's make sure you're ready. Contact IRE Insurance for guidance you can trust.
Imagine your life in Hillsborough, a place where neighbors know your name and opportunities are real. Here, you'll find affordable home lots and grants to help you build your future. In Hillsborough, safety, affordability, and community aren't just promises, they're our way of life. With a 24-hour fitness center, a strong school system, a trusted hospital, and a thriving business district, Hillsborough has everything you need to live well. Here, your family is our family, and your future shines bright. Discover Hillsborough, where small-town living means big opportunities.
Jacobson Red Angus Annual Bull Sale, Thursday, March 19th at the ranch near Hitterdall, Minnesota. 60 of the region's highest quality Red Angus bulls, plus 12 elite hand-picked registered heifers. Request a catalog today. Same reliable program, new exciting genetics. March 19th, the annual bull sale. Visit Facebook Jacobson Red Angus or call Gary Jacobson 701-361-3189. Jacobson Red Angus Annual Bull Sale. The sale will be live on TV auction. Thursday, March 19th, 1 p.m. Racing returns to the Norman County Raceway, Ada, Minnesota. Save the date for Tuesday, June 30th. World of Outlaws late models. Start the finish. Ada Building Center Showdown presented by R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. And a season schedule filled with the return of the Wayzata Modifieds, NLRA late models, IMCA Modifieds, Race Savers Sprints. It's Thursday night racing at NCR. For the full Norman County Raceway schedule, visit ncraceway.com.
High school. York live event.